In this video, we're going to go over how to expunge misdemeanor convictions in Alabama. There's a new law that was passed recently in Alabama that allows us to erase certain convictions, not just times where you're charged and you're found not guilty. We've previously been able to do that. Now we have a law that allows us to expunge or erase misdemeanor convictions. My name is Sam Bone, and I help people get back to work in the jobs that they're qualified for by erasing their criminal convictions. One of the benefits of getting one of these criminal convictions erased is you can make more money and get a better job by cleaning up your criminal record. One thing I'll point out to people all the time is, let's say that you're in the final interview process and it's between you and Joe. You and Joe have the same exact credentials, except Joe has a criminal conviction for a theft, for instance. At the end of the day, who's that employer going to go with? The answer is that the employer is going to go with the one without the criminal conviction. And that's why the expungement is so important. My name is Sam Bone. I'm here from Gadsden, Alabama. In 2015, I was named a top 40 lawyer under the age of 40. In 2021, I was named a rising star by Superlawyers, and I would love to be your lawyer and help erase your criminal record. So the first question is, are you eligible? Are you eligible to file to erase your misdemeanor criminal conviction? And the answer, like everything we do, is going to be it depends. It depends. This here that I have laid out on the screen are all of the requirements that you have to meet. There's 7 boxes, and when you're filing for the expungement, we've got to be able to check each and every box. And I'll go over each and every one of these boxes with you to find out if you're eligible. In this video, I'm not going to go over how we file the expungement. Mostly, I'm just going to touch on, are you eligible? So the first is that all probation or parole requirements have been completed, including payment of all fines, costs, restitution, other court-ordered amounts, and are evidenced by the applicable court or agency. So that means that you've got to have all your money paid. So the first thing I'll do when looking at your case is we'll have to pull up in the clerk's office. Is your balance paid? Is everything balanced out, and 0 for each of the cases? Next, has your probation or parole requirement been met? A lot of times with misdemeanor, we're not going to be checking in with an actual probation officer. You're going to have unsupervised probation, and that's generally between 1 and 2 years. So that has to have been completed, which really, when we get to the next one, you'll see it's going to be completed if you're eligible. So the next 3 years must have passed from the date of the conviction. It's not the date that it occurred. So let's say that the speeding occurred January 1st, 2018, but you weren't convicted until August of 2018. The 3 years runs from the date that you were convicted, which is the date that you were found guilty. Next, at the time of the offense, you were not operating a commercial motor vehicle or was not holding a commercial driver's license or commercial learner's permit for a conviction of an offense enumerated here. So what this is saying is, if you've got a speeding offense while you were in a commercial while you were in a commercial vehicle, you're not going to be eligible. Or if you had a speeding ticket, for instance, while you had a CDL, not going to be eligible. One of the things when I was first reading this says while you were holding a commercial driver's license. So let's say you hold the commercial driver's license and commit a theft. That doesn't eliminate you because it has to meet under this enumerated in 49 CFR 383.51. Next, the conviction is not a violent offense. And so what is the definition of violent offense? It's not necessarily what you and I think it is. It's here in this statute. And I'll briefly let you look over this statute here. It's 1225.32. 1225.32.15. So here they are: murder, manslaughter, assault, rape, sodomy, sexual torture, all these that you would normally think of You got domestic violence, first and second, burglary, first, second, third, arson, first, robbery, first, second, third. Child abuse, domestic violence, third. So even the misdemeanor domestic violence is not going to be eligible. What is considered a sex offense? So sex offenses are also not allowed. I think everybody here would probably know what that is, or if you need to know more about what that would be, just contact me or look up that statute. Next is it can't be an offense of moral turpitude. Okay, what does moral turpitude mean? I've never used that word in real life. It's just obviously a legal definition. Let's check out the legal definition. These are what they are here. I've got them listed. Again, look up the statute to see exactly what they are. The ones that are interesting to me are the thefts and the forgery. I'm going to move where I stand here is you cannot file for a theft first or second. Anyway, those are felonies that would fall under a different video and or statute. But you can file for a theft third or fourth. They don't exclude those. Next is forgery. Cannot file for forgery first or second. However, forgery third and or fourth would be eligible. Next is that the conviction is not a serious traffic offense as provided in Article 9 of Chapter 5A of Title 32. What does that mean? It's reckless driving, homicide by vehicle DUI, or DUI of while on a boat. So that covers all 7 of our misdemeanors that you can that you have to check each and every one before you can file. Next, if this covers you, if you meet the statute and you want to know more, now that you know that you're eligible, and or if you've got questions whether you're eligible, click the link here below. Find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram, find me on TikTok, and let me know what questions you got, and I'll be sure to help you out. And what we'll first do is we'll get a copy of all the documents, and then we'll meet and figure out what steps we need to take in order to get this criminal conviction off your record and help you make more money and get a better job by cleaning up your record.